Hello, and welcome to Girls Got Game here on Hitting the Field Network. I'm your host, Katie Sue Christianson, and today we will be talking about Chloe Kim and Maddie Mastro's historic new records in Laax Open, women's elite rugby teams and their crest announcements, and upcoming Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. So stay tuned because Girls Got Game starts right now. Hello, welcome back. Here I have my beautiful, wonderful guests, Robert Hudson and Ashley Rowe. Thank you guys for being here. How do you feel?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me back on. I had a great time on last week with you.
Yes, thank you for being on for darts and for coming back. You liked it enough. Ashley, we haven't seen you in a minute, so it's good to see you now.
I've been missing Girls Got Game since last season, so I'm glad to be back. Talking about a new sport this time, too.
Yes, snowboarding. We're starting off with snowboarding. Now, I, as well as them over here, are also skiers. So snowboarding is a lot more difficult. You know, people say it's harder to learn, easier to master than skiing is, but I think everything is hard when you're launching yourself up there and doing a million flips at a time, which is what Chloe Kim and Maddie Mastro did at the Laax Open in Switzerland recently. So they both won first and second place by doing historic new record-breaking jumps, which was the double cork 1080. They both did a little bit of a different one, but Maddie got second and Chloe got first. So we're going to start with talking about Chloe Kim, which I'm very excited about. She scored a 96.50, and she is a two-time Olympic medalist, and I am so excited to talk about her snowboard half-pipe competition. She's only 24, and she's from California. Same with Maddie, 24 and from California. But this was her fifth win in the Laax Open, which is incredible. She did the cap double cork 1080, which is a flip twice off axis while also completing 3 full rotations in the air. The added word cap refers to the rider spinning in the opposite direction of their natural stance. So Maddie did it front side and Chloe did it cap. So front side is the opposite of cap. It's going in the front. But look at her go. Absolutely incredible. I just love watching her snowboard. She has been ahead of all the females in so many ways, and it's great to see her coming out and doing this. I wanted to talk about the scoring criteria because it's hard to understand what this is all about when we don't really know how the scoring works. So they're scoring on amplitude, which is the height of how high can you go, which they get really high.
I know, she's going high.
She goes very high, more than I've seen other people go. The next that they judge on difficulty, which also very difficult, not landing a trick that no one has landed before. She has landed this cap double 1080 in practice. Yeah, sorry, it's a word twist. But she did land it in 2018 in practice for the first time, but she never was willing to take the risk to do it in competition because if you don't land it in competition, you're kind of out of the competition. And she obviously likes winning. Since she was 14, she has had 10 medals. She's been medaled every single time she's played. And she actually has the same amount of gold medals as Shaun White. So to put into perspective,
Yeah.
I know you wanted to talk a little bit about this, Robert.
Well, I really just want to focus on the comparison between the two because when you think U.S. Winter Olympics, winter sports, Shaun White is the pinnacle of it. He's the go-to U.S. snowboarder in the Olympics. And so when you compare them, you see they have the same amount of medals, you see the same amount of gold medals, as well as really the style of snowboarding they exhibit. Within the Olympics, Shaun White's last gold run was in 2018 in Pyongyang. And I want to take a moment to really look at the comparison of how they snowboard. So when you're watching them right here, the specifics of their run are in the middle of the half pipe. When they land, they are so relaxed on their back feet. They're not tensing up. They're not losing speed. They're not cutting into the ground with that snowboard. And that's really the dictating factor in finding the elite snowboarders because they're maintaining that speed to go do these ridiculous flips, these ridiculous heights off the ground that they got. With Chloe Kim managing that double cap, she needs that speed and that height off of the half pipe to get the flip and still land it with enough momentum to chain it into her next run. So when you watch these snowboarders, that fluidity and that smoothness which they land and they're just relaxed throughout the half pipe shows really their potential in the future and how good they are. And it really just shows that Chloe Kim is the next big thing in U.S. snowboarding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's very well known for her fluidity and grace, and especially her clean landings. It's always great to see them. It's always one after another. She's very consistent with her landings, and it helps her and can show you that she has even more of a future here. You know, only 24, she still has time to go, which is awesome. I wanted to say this. She wanted to talk about her motivation, and she said, doing a trick no one has ever done before makes you feel like a baddie. You land it and you think, oh, I'm that girl. So that's her. Yeah. That's just the type of person she is. She's proud of it. She loves it. She loves the sport. Now I do want to talk a little bit about Maddie Mastro. She also, so she just came on, she got second place, and she is a two-time Olympian, not gold medalist, but she's still been there, and she's very incredible. So I know that you wanted to talk a little bit about Maddie. What did you think?
Yes, I think Maddie, she's incredible when she snowboards, and she's also known for her double crippler, which she did the double crippler right after the double cork 1080.
Which is 2 backflips.
Yes, so she's, I mean, it's crazy to me in the time that they have how many different tricks they're doing, because for me, personally, it is unnatural to go upside down for me. But yeah, but she's been incredible in the sport. As a two-time Olympian, even if she hasn't gotten her medals, she's very vocal about her journey online. She's very vocal on social media, and her and Chloe Kim actually, they team up together in certain events as well. Like
They're both American, so
yeah.
It's part of the American love. They were all on the same team, and Maddie has so much confidence. She knows who she is. It's really great to see, and she goes out there and she's willing to take those risks, and she's willing to work them a lot. So it was just awesome to see her, Americans winning 1 and 2 for this, and, you know, keeping their titles. You know, Chloe wanted to keep that title, so that was great. But is there anything from them that you think that they're different from just the regular average snowboarder or people that are competing against them? What makes them stand out so much?
I mean, you mentioned it before. They are both fearless out there. You talk about trying to land things in practice and then putting it into a competition are 2 completely different tasks. It's one mentality of it's okay to fail, it's okay to go in there, and you learn from it. But then to go into that competition, to have the confidence to just throw it out there for the first time, be the first person to do this trick, and you successfully land it and get those points, you're putting your gold medal run on the line if you don't make it, just like you said. And yet they routinely go out there, they try these new tricks, and they succeed, much to our enjoyment and our surprise, and we love watching it.
The executions are beautiful, and that's also something that they are rated on. They're graded on, is execution and the variety of different things that they're doing, and obviously the double crippler right after the 1080 is incredible. But yeah, that is sadly all the time we have for this segment, but thank you so much for joining, and stay tuned because we have more in the next segment.
Never got me anything for my birthday.
I don't even know what that is. I thought birthdays were every 100 years like the Kids' Choice Awards.
What?
Ah, finally, he's here, man. He's always late.
Who? Marcus?
You good? I'd give them one of these and one of these.
Behind every on-screen moment is a whole team of engineers and technologists.
And you can be a part of such a team through SMPTE at UCF. You'll join a team of students just like you who are ready to innovate the future of TV and film.
With SMPTE at UCF, you'll be able to connect with local industry pros, learn about new technology in the industry, as well as get backstage experience that really matters. Join SMPTE for a backstage pass to all of this.
We meet every last Monday of the month for our general body meetings. There we discuss how new technology is being used to create new media, and we get to highlight local professionals and their specialties.
On top of that, we have some site visits planned, so tune into our social media to be notified of when those will happen.
So if you're ready to pull back the curtain and find out what really happens behind the scenes, join SMPTE at UCF.
Hello and welcome back to Girls Got Game. I'm here with my wonderful 2 other guests, Gio Vincent-Jean and Michaela Croker. Thank you guys for being here. How do you feel?
I feel really good. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay.
Talk rugby.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for having me back.
Yes, I'm so glad to see your faces again. We will be talking about rugby. Women's elite rugby teams and crests have been announced. They are coming to the U.S. and we are so excited to go over it. Basically, this league was created to professionalize women's rugby in the United States, and the league was established after the World Premier League determined that its amateur pay-to-play model was not doable. It was no longer sustainable for these players, and they wanted to be able to give them more money. So always love more money in women in sports. So we have 6 new teams, which is so great. Sadly, after Ilona Mayer just went across the pond. So she will be missed, but we have a team of, I think, 180 players and a league of 180 players and 6 teams. So that is very exciting for us. There's been such a new popularity in this sport since the Olympics and since Ilona, honestly. She really helped showcase what this sport was and why people should be interested in it. So at the Paris Games, 66,000 people were there in the stadium watching women's rugby play. And so we wanted to bring it to the States and make our own and have more people and capitalize on this sport, which, great plan. Great plan. We do, instead of 7 players like how it was in the Olympics, it's going to be teams of 15, which is awesome. We are going to be judging the crests. So there's 6 new crests, and we will be rating them and kind of putting them like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this one needs a little bit of work. So we're gonna go through all of them right now and say our 2 cents. So this first one that we have today is going to be Chicago Tempest. So what do y'all think about this one?
Well, me personally, I love Chicago. I am a big Blackhawks fan, so I'm a little biased there. I'm not a big fan of yellow, to be honest. But
yeah, the colors aren't too crazy. I'm not too crazy on the colors.
It's not awful, but
I like that it's highlighting the extreme weather and that Chicago's the windy city, so you got to add that in there. And they also have the iconic Willis Tower in there, which locals still call the Sears Tower. So I think it's cool. Gia, what do you think?
That one is my least favorite one out of the 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't know. It doesn't look bad, but for me, it doesn't stand out. I do think that it can get a little work on. I don't like the yellow too.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of yellow.
Yeah.
It has to be like a certain kind of yellow.
Yeah, I like the idea with the like the weather and everything, but
I did like that. The story behind it I liked.
Yeah, color definitely bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was okay. Okay, next we are going to have another one. Let's see. Oh, the Bay Breakers. So this is California. I'm into this one. I like the crashing big waves, Bay Area, California. I think that's cool. You know, strong force, unpredictable nature of the ocean. I like that. And the Cali sunset with the purple, they're known for that. So I thought it looks really good together. The Triton's cute. And I think it's a powerful crest. What do you guys think?
I really like that one. Apparently the purple is called Sunset Purple and the blue is Pacific and Deep Sea Blue. So it kind of represents California. I do think that it's a good logo. I like the mix of both colors. And I mean, it just highlights, like you can see every part. And
the black highlights with those colors.
Yeah, it gets your eye. It's really good.
I really like the colors of it, and I also I love alliteration. So like Bay Breakers.
Yeah,
I love
it.
It
is a great name.
It like flows.
It is a great name. That was up there for me. One of the ones that I really like.
I think it's perfect for California.
All right, let's see what we have next. Oh, okay. So this one
scary.
I like this one. The Boston
I do like it. It's just scary.
This one I really liked. The Banshees, for people that don't know, is a female spirit of Irish or Celtic folklore whose shriek signals impending doom. I think that's so sick. Yeah. There's a rich history of the rebellion in the city of Boston and New England area. And they're known for witches folklore. So I thought this little strong Irish little, it was super cute, super creative. Banshees are very scary, powerful women. Love to see it.
It looks like the thing from Harry Potter, in
The
Goblet of
Dementor.
Fire,
Yeah.
like when they're like screaming at him and pulling him down. It kind of looks like that.
It reminded me of Medusa if there were
and those were
snakes.
scary.
Yeah,
so
no, but I love that one because I think the point is to be scary because rugby is a tough sport.
Yeah.
So it's like, women.
This is
go get it.
powerful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is
exactly.
powerful. I do
love it.
Again with the alliteration too, Boston Banshees.
Exactly.
I love that one.
And I like Boston too. So
Yeah, Boston's
I
great.
do like that one.
All right, next we're going to have the Denver Onyx.
Ooh.
I love a pink and black together, but I just can't really like this one that much. I mean, I get it. My roommate really liked the colors together, and I get that Denver has a history of mining and rare gems and metals. And it's cool. This specific onyx, the rose onyx, is featured in the foundation of the Colorado State Capitol building. So cool. It's cool. I like that it's sharp, and that can be a
I really like
metaphor.
the colors.
They're sharp, but
I really like the colors. I think
You
they
like the
look-
colors?
I think they look like really good together.
Yeah.
However, just the overall crest itself, it's not giving much. There's no like
It's pretty bland.
center piece.
Yeah, it's-
Like if I just look at that, I just think it's a shape.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. I don't see any kind of story behind it.
Especially compared to all the other ones.
Yes.
I would just
exactly.
see onyx, and for me,
Yeah.
that's it. Because
Yeah,
like
that's kinda
there's
dark.
not details. I can't
Yeah.
like really like compare it to anything.
Yeah.
Or relate it to anything. Like I'll see banshee, I'll remember.
Yeah.
But then I see crystals. I don't.
Yeah, it
I don't
doesn't
really make the
stick.
connection.
It doesn't
Yeah.
stick as well.
I agree.
I fully agree. All right, next we're gonna have the New York Exiles. This one also cool. Lady Liberty colors with Lady Liberty underneath. I do really enjoy this one. The three superheroes there are, it's supposed to be superheroes, supposed to be like a nod at all of the superheroes that their settings take place in New York City. So I do like that. The Statue of Liberty is also called the Mother of Exiles, which I didn't know, but now I do, and now you do. And that's also a nice, cool little nod. I think this one looks pretty powerful. I think, symbolism for liberty and illumination. I probably mid-tier for me. I think it's cool. What about you guys?
I really like that one because I think it gives me the same energy as the banshees. Like, that mysterious, that like the colors are, I don't know. I really like that one because it gives me something to look at. Like
Yes, there's something there. It's
For me, honestly, it's not my favorite because it's just like, it's kind of just there. Like you said, mid-tier. I like the colors, but it's just like not one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, and next and last but not least, we have the TC Gemini. I'm super into this one. This makes it look a little bit more yellow, but I promise it's a little bit green.
Yeah.
And this is my personal favorite.
Where's
Represents
this
the
one
Twin
from?
Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul. Gemini is the zodiac sign of two-faced people, and they are intertwined snakes because it mimics the way that the Mississippi River winds through Minnesota.
Nice.
Super cool. I love this one. I think it's awesome. Ready to strike. I can already see the headlines. Hey, they're ready to strike. Like this is I would be scared about.
I think the colors are good. I mean, they're green. I like the snakes. They're pretty cool. I think it's a good logo. You should be scared of the Gemini.
Yeah, for me, that one and the banshees are like my top two.
100%.
Because both of them are like scary.
Yeah.
It brings strength. Like it is a strong sport. So I think both of them like represent that energy, that like the players and everything in power. So
I do agree. Okay, I agree.
those.
So we have Gemini and Banshees up for the
Are
top
we all
for
on
us.
the same page
Oh,
for that?
Fate Breakers too.
Oh,
that
Fate
one
Breakers,
too.
I forgot about those.
Third or something. And then and then the other ones. They just fall in.
Yeah.
But I liked all of those. Super excited for rugby this season. We get to watch, and I hope that you guys watch too. So that is it for what we have this segment, but I hope you stay tuned because we have more next.
I love you, Alona.
So I guess the crew's getting ready for the next segment on one of our amazing shows. I'm Nick Cohen, host of season 20 of Hitting the Field, and let me tell you about those amazing shows. On behalf of HTF, we hope you're enjoying today's content, but I'm here to tell you about everything else we offer here at the network. Mondays at 4, HTF Bets goes live for Season 10 with 3 gamblers that, although it may not always seem like it, are here to help us all earn a little bit of extra money while we watch sports. Diego Ortiz, Tyler Brownrigg, and Andrew Gregg's ball knowledge and fun personalities make this show a fan favorite. On Tuesdays, you all loved it, so we brought it back for Season 2. It's Girls Got Game, hosted by Frankie Noble, a show blending women in sports, the biggest sports news stories, and creative segments that make for a fun and engaging show. Next is everyone's favorite sports podcast, The Combine, hosted by who other than Ty Patton, an easygoing, conversational, and technical podcast dropping Wednesdays, also on Spotify at The Combine. Then tune in Thursdays at noon for the network's main show, Season 20 of Hitting the Field, hosted by me. Here, we'll cover any sport, any topic, any story, no matter how obscure. We love some football, basketball, hockey, F1. We also cover baseball, soccer, and we even have to show the UFC love sometimes. Penultimately, TGIF, because Friday is nighttime, hosted by Kathleen Moore and Matthew Bracker. Season 8 of Nighttime is where you'll turn to for all things March Madness, UCF sports, and other collegiate events. We're ending with something brand new. HTFN has never had 6 shows running at once. Also filmed in our new podcast studio is HTFC, hosted by Edgar Rodriguez and Patrick De Leon. Football, or soccer in America, is the most popular sport in the world. Across multiple leagues and cups, soccer is a year-round sport, and HTFC is your new source to stay updated. Also on Spotify, by the way, at HTFC. Outside of our 6-show roster, be sure to tune in to our other content, such as the Studio Days vlog, run by our vlog squad of Brianna St. Jean, Michaela Croker, Ashley Rowe, and Ben Huber. Make sure to follow us on our social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and X to stay updated on all HTFN news. Remember to subscribe right here on YouTube, leave a like and comment, and with that, I think we're ready for your next segment. I'm Nick Cohen. Thank you for your continued support, and back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Hello and welcome back when I have all of my lovely, lovely guests back to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. How are we all? I know you were already here.
Not much has changed. Long time no see.
I'm happy that we got to have a big group come back on and talk about something really fun. So we're going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show, which will be about a 12 to 14 minute show. I'm excited about it. I've always been a big fan of Kendrick, and especially SZA more recently. And we're going to try to talk predictions of what they're going to sing. So I think that they're going to sing Not Like Us, or also Grammy Award.
Yeah.
Kendrick with his 4 Grammys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Record, song, music video, and rap. So great work.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to have to sing it at that point. What do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, he could go back into when he made his big breakthrough with 2018 in the college football playoff. That was his big breakthrough in the semifinals. They had their first ever performance, and it was Kendrick Lamar. And then he reappeared in the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all of the other California West Coast rappers. And so he could go back into those roots, but I think he also just released his album this year, in December. And so he could go back and he could talk and go through those new releases as well.
Yes, for sure. There's also rumors that future Lil Wayne and Travis Scott will be there. I did see that. I personally, I saw the little Apple Music thing with SZA.
The promo with SZA?
Yes. But did you see the people marching in the background? That's so Tyler for me. So I was just like, is that like, could he like be teasing that? I'm seeing Tyler march. So I was hoping.
I mean,
but
that would be
did
so
release his own song to Kendrick's beat for Not Like Us with what is That Guy, I believe. So he could reappear. You start the Not Like Us beat, and then Tyler walks out.
Would be sick.
You know what would be even crazier? Taylor Swift comes out. They have a song together, and then she walks out and announces Reputation Taylor's version.
I've seen
boom.
plenty of rumors that might happen, especially because it's used.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it would be crazy.
That was something I did see. I also found out, I don't know if, this is a segue, but I don't know if you guys know, but they don't get paid
I didn't know
The artist?
that.
No.
I mean, I guess it's
artists don't
huge
get paid.
exposure.
Yeah, I think they get a
Usher got,
budget and
so
then
it's
they
the most
work.
minimum that you could get paid. So like Usher last year got like
A 20, no.
$679. That's what he got. So they'll just get that. It's more for like publicity and promotion is what it is. But yeah, what about you girls? What do you think that you're gonna definitely hear on that set list?
Okay, I think that Not Like Us definitely will be there, but I'm chronically online, so I was seeing like what people were talking about it, and they were saying like usually the first song, it's a very known song, but it's not the biggest song. So I don't think he's gonna start with Not Like Us, but I was seeing that people were betting on like which songs he's gonna play, who he's gonna bring with him, and that one's the one that pays the least. So there's less. I mean, more people are paying for it, but I don't think there's a chance that he'll start with that one. I think he might start with either like Humble or Squabbled Up.
I agree
I
with that.
think
he's gonna-
something
For sure.
among
that was
those
his
lines.
biggest single from the 2017 album.
Yeah.
So I do think Humble definitely will be there.
I think Humble's gonna be the starting one because
New York
imagine
Times-
like what you can do with it. It's gonna be like boom, boom, and it's like you could do so
The
many cool
choreo's gonna
things
eat, I can
with
tell.
that. You can do
it
so
will,
many
it
cool
will
things.
be incredible.
They could
but
go back different songs in that album too, because Humble was the specific one he played last time he was on the halftime show. So he could either call it back or he could go into a different album.
Yeah,
song.
that's what he did with
True.
All Right. He started with All Right, so like I don't think that one's gonna be.
What a loss. Oh, God. All right would be so good.
All Right would be so good. New York Times said they had their predictions, and Humble was at an 85% chance of getting it. Not Like Us was 100. TV Off was also 100%. So I do think that TV Off will be on there for sure.
I'm going to say 100% TV Off will be on there.
Yes,
And
yes.
for
100%.
Yeah, for some of the SZA collabs as well, I feel like people are wondering if Luther will be on there. Luther is like blown up a lot.
He
but
will be there definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
I think so.
I'm interested to see because their like music's very R&B a lot of times too, like with SZA. So I wonder how they'll mix like the super hype music and then also like the chill ones.
It'll probably go up and down.
They go up and down. Yeah.
But that's how it is with every halftime show. I
Yeah.
feel like they always normally go up and down. But it's nice because you get a good vibe of everything that you're looking for and a little bit of the artist.
I hope he comes out on roller skates.
That would be
Roller
great.
skates? Yes.
Prediction from Michaela, roller skates. Got it. Check. I'll put
That
that
on
one
that
down.
one,
Any more else that you're for sure think that are going to happen?
I think-
or at least one.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel like a lot of people are iffy with Not Like Us because they're wondering like because there's so much like drama behind the song if they might not play it. I feel like they'll at least feature it because with Rihanna they didn't play Birthday Cake but they did have the beat in the background. So I feel like they might lead in with the beat like you were saying if Tyler did.
That's a fine. I thought that he could probably get sued for defamation, but,
Oh my gosh,
but
it
it already happened, so
think he's too far
probably
in for
not.
that.
But I don't think that'll make him happy. Also, if Lil Wayne does come on, he's friends with Drake, so Lil Wayne would not do it if he was going on because he's close with Drake.
Yeah.
So that was the only other thing. If we do
Yeah.
see him, we'll probably not see Not Like Us.
I hope that Kendrick and SZA play All the Stars. I just like
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite songs, and I think it's catchy enough to be in the Super Bowl, and I think it's like a good medium. Like it's not, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just really excited to hear that one, and I hope they do play it.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that
a
one
good
will
one.
definitely be there because it's like their song. You think
Yeah.
of
It's
SZA
perfect for
and
SZA,
Kendrick,
yeah.
you think of that song. And SZA on an interview, she said like, oh yeah, me and Kendrick, we kind of balance each other out. So like that song, you can see perfectly how they mix together. So that one will definitely be there.
That song also leans into a lot of that cultural based music, especially
Yeah.
on the new album GNX that they wrote
Yes.
because that song was built for Black Panther and they received the recognition for the cultural background in those releases, and so therefore it would lead into his other releases with GNX and the West
Yeah.
Coast culture.
Absolutely. So that I do think we'll see because, like you
Yes.
said, it's what you think about when you think about SZA and Kendrick together. I also love SZA. I wonder if she'll, sing. I hope she has her own highlight because she is absolutely phenomenal, and has a new movie with Keke Palmer that's out.
Yeah.
Go watch it because she's actually hilarious. She's one of the funniest people ever. And I do hope she gets highlighted more, and it's not like Kendrick is the big spotlight, and then it's like SZA on the side.
SZA's that's my girl.
Utilize her talent. Oh, she's
I-
beautiful and talented.
Yeah, I hope they feature songs from the Lana album as well, her like deluxe version. Especially 30 for 30 would go so well with the
I
that's
love
the way
that
I like
song.
it. I would love that to play.
Oh my god.
I think that's one that they might use the instrumental part of the song. Like,
oh yes, this is true.
there are songs like Swimming Pools for Kendrick and 30 for 30. I think those will be used, but more as instrumental than like them actually singing the song. Because it's like iconic. Like you hear the Swimming Pools or the 30 for 30 like background, you kind of know which song it is. So I think that's how they'll play it.
And I'm sure they'll be able to have a lot of songs. Like I think like 12 to 14 minutes. Yes, you're probably gonna play like a minute on average of the songs. So real quick, do you think just say yes or no to these? Do you think you're gonna hear Squabble Up?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you're gonna hear Like That?
No.
Yeah, no.
Really?
Not compared to the other one.
So New York Times predicted 90% chance, which we can't take that. So then also what about Money Trees? Or
I think it's 50-50.
That one's close.
Yeah,
That's
I
close.
think
I could see it happening, but I can also see it just the other side. What about Family Ties?
With the collab.
No,
I think it's so popular though for like all
Yeah.
such a different so many different people. But yeah. All right, so sadly, that's all that we can talk about today about Kendrick and SZA and halftime shows, but I'm so happy that you all joined us for this amazing, wonderful show, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you for coming.